Hey, you know it's not in the Bible? A condemnation of abortion. In fact, the only time Scripture mentions it is in Numbers 5, where it provides instructions on how to perform one. In the ancient world, they viewed fetuses not as life, but as property. So, as we have made scientific advancements, we've actually become more compassionate in understanding when life begins and pregnancy itself than they were in biblical times. So when Christianity is weaponized against people who are seeking abortions, it's a severe misuse of Scripture. But here's the good news. Recent studies have shown that people's minds can be changed on issues of reproductive health. Here's how. Instead of quoting facts and statistics, share personal stories. Your stories or people you know with their permission, those stories change hearts and minds. Gen Z men are particularly receptive to these types of stories. People also want to hear stories not from talking heads on TV, but from you, from people that they know. So if you share on social media or you're able to share in personal conversation, that makes a huge difference in changing people's hearts and minds. So if you really care about reproductive health in the United States, share your stories and you can make a difference.
The doctor came in and she held out 2 ultrasound images of the top of their heads, and she said, this is twin A and this is twin B. We suspect that twin A has a condition called acrania, where her skull has failed to fuse, leaving the brain tissue open and exposed to the fluid in the sac. My first question was, what can I do? And her response was, it is 100% fatal. There's a 0% chance of survival. The second thing I asked was, what does this mean for twin B? It was explained to me pretty much immediately in everything that I had read that if I continued on with the pregnancy in Texas without any intervention, that my viable twin B, would probably not make it. And so as a mother, I felt like the state was telling me that I could not make the safest or best choice, not only for myself, but for my child. We found out that we could get an abortion called a fetal reduction, where they go in and they reduce down to one fetus. And if done before 16 weeks, obviously the sooner the better, the higher chance of survival for the remaining fetus. And so we knew we had to get out of state quickly.